there traders, welcome back for another edition of When the Bell Rings. Now over the past several days I've had the opportunity to attend two different baseball games. One was the Texas Rangers hosting the New York Yankees. We're talking about two of the best teams in all of Major League Baseball. The other game that I watched was my son's Little League team. Now these are first-year players, and already you can imagine the differences between these two games that I saw. On one end of the spectrum you've got errors being made literally every time the ball is being put into play. They just don't know any better yet. And then on the other end of the experience and skill spectrum are the professionals who operate with total precision every time out. They know their boundaries, they know their limitations, and then they operate within their abilities throughout the course of the game, and that's most likely why tens of thousands of people come to see them play. Now, as always, the application here is to your trading, and so let's talk about that. This week I want to give you some motivation. I want to give you some food for thought as you consider your approach in your trading and determine whether it really reflects that of a struggling amateur or if it looks a little bit more like a successful professional. So two things I want to bring to you. The first one is this. Little League players, they start off playing for their parents. The parents are the ones who enroll them in the game initially. But those who develop a love for the game stick with it. They build the skills necessary to possibly go on toward greatness. But if they've got to love the game first in order to put in that work. So the question here for you is, are you being intentional about improvement? Are you taking intentional steps on a regular basis to become a better trader? The second thing I want to ask you is, do your expectations and your actions align with each other? And by that, what I mean is, what does your work ethic reveal? What does your true level of passion for trading show? If someone were to observe you, would they think that you're really aiming to become great at this, or do they think that you're someone who just wants to stumble into some success as a trader? And I could tell you that that's just not very likely. So think about these two questions over the next couple of days. Think about what you want your trading to reflect and whether or not you're going to be taking the approach that looks more like a successful professional or one that looks more like someone who's just hoping to get lucky in the markets, because there is a very distinct difference between the two. Let me also just tell you that I would expect that you walk away from this with either some added motivation to get back after it or with some added confidence based on the things that you're already doing in your trading. All right, thanks for joining me for this episode. I will see you soon with more, but until then, trade like a bandit.